Right.
Welcome everyone to the Virtual Excel Camp by APH. This week is pre-symbolic language, kiddos, and our topic this week is music and movement. We are so happy to have you with us today. You can feel free to share in the chat who you are and where you're from. If you are able, you don't have to. Again, you are here for the APH Virtual Excel Camp Pre-Symbolic Language. Music and movement is our topic this week. And with us today are your instructors, Andrea Anmestoy, teacher of students with visual impairments. Say hi, Andrea.
Hi, everybody. We're so glad you're here today.
And Jessica Chamblin, another teacher of students with visual impairments. Hi, Jessica.
Hello, this is Miss Jess.
I am going to stop sharing my screen and I am going to turn it over to your instructors for our camp. Welcome, welcome to everyone.
Perfect. So today we have Miss Maren again for our music at the end of camp today. Maren? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and share our schedule so we can get started today. We're doing our welcome. So if you have your tactile symbols for welcome, and we know that when we do our welcome, we also stretch. So I have our rubber bands ready to do that. Before we start our stretches, I'm going to go over our schedule just so we know what's going to happen today. So first are the stretches and our welcome. Then I'm going to demonstrate how to make some homemade egg shakers with things that I found in my house. Then we're going to take a break. And during that break today, I have another song of Miss Maren's that I really like. It's an ABC phonics song, so it will actually be playing on the screen. There are visuals with this one, so you can watch and listen. You'll get all the information either way. Then Mrs. Andrea is going to talk about egg shakers even further and do some practicing before we do our song with Miss Maren, and then we will be all done. So let's get our rubber bands so we know that we are ready to do our 3 stretches that we do every day before camp. First, I'm going to put my arms straight out in front of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, I'm going to put my arms straight above me as high as I can go or want to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last stretch. I'm going to wrap my arms tight around myself and give myself a hug for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. I have done my stretches. I know that we are ready to settle into camp, and I'm going to pull up our schedule because we are all done. So we can use our all done tactile symbol with our welcome, and we're going to move on to our egg shakers. For that, I'm going to move over to my little workstation here and show you what I've got. So for our egg shakers, really the goal is to take a vessel of some kind and then put something in it that makes noise. That's the bare idea, the minimal idea of what our egg shakers are today. I don't happen to have any plastic eggs. So I grabbed a bunch of other things that I had in my house to use. One of those things was a Tupperware container. And in my kitchen, I found rice. So your egg shaker could be as simple as adding rice to a plastic container. And nothing that we're doing is a rush. So make sure that you're getting the opportunity to feel what we're doing, that you get to feel what the dry rice is like in your fingers. And that's if you're comfortable. Maybe someone can set it on the table in front of you and you can touch it that way. Maybe you want it in your hand, but it could be kind of scary to have something dumped into your hand without anticipating that it's coming. Or someone else holds it and you feel along their hand and know that that is a safe thing to touch. But I'm going to put my rice into my container. And then I'll put the lid on. So this is one kind of egg shaker. So I can shake it with 2 hands or with 1 hand. I could add a lot of rice to my container. I could fill it almost full. And listen to how that changes the sound. So now when I shake it, it doesn't sound as much like little pattering of rain. It sounds heavier. It's louder and a little bit deeper. I'm gonna take apart that egg shaker. Another thing that you could do, if you want a handle, I have a measuring cup. And I think this time I'm gonna use some pasta that I found. And I'm gonna crunch it up into little pieces and put some of it inside my measuring cup. So if I want to leave this open and shake it gently side to side, that's something I could do. I could put some tape, or this is a piece of a muffin paper that I rubber banded shut over top. And now I can shake it up and down and side to side. If you don't want to use kitchen stuff, I still have a Tupperware container, but I have some markers. Remember, I'm just finding things or objects that are smaller to put inside larger objects. So then when I shake them, they make a sound. The markers I notice are louder than the rice. You could use different materials. This is a metal can. So how does that sound if I add rice? This one sounds very soft, but there's a nice little tinkling sound from the rice. I could find some coins or money, because these already, if I just hold them in my hand and shake, make a sound. And I bet they're going to make a very loud sound against metal. And we can count them as we put them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, And if you like dropping objects into other objects to make a sound, this is a wonderful activity. 6, 7. So let's see. That one is very loud. Some people like loud sounds, and some people do not. I even have a pre-made egg shaker in a medicine bottle. There are pills inside. They're difficult to open, which is nice, that are round and hard inside my plastic container. This is something very easy to grab, and it's already made for you. I also have a can of mixed nuts or peanuts. And I've eaten some of them, so there are less in there, so it should make a nice sound. I noticed that the nuts sound kind of muffled inside, and I wonder if that's because nuts are a little bit softer than coins or rice. If you wanted to use glass, you can. You just have to be safe with that. You could also use sea salt if you have some unground sea salt at home. And that might be interesting to touch because salt feels like hard little crystals. And when it's in this form compared to the very fine salt that we sometimes use for cooking, it's the same material, just in a different form. I have a little plastic container that used to hold nails, so I could add it to this if I can open it. There's a lot of things you can find at home to turn into these shakers. You could even make 2 copies of these shakers and play a matching game and listen to the sounds and see if you can find the match about what sounds the same. Another one would be a plastic bottle, and you can fill that with anything really that will fit inside. Rice, beans, popcorn, pasta, nuts, or even if you wanted to grab some medicine and put it in a plastic bottle instead. So today I'm going to go ahead during our break again, give you time to create your own egg shakers. And the first part of the break, I'm going to be playing a different song by Miss Maren. So if you've enjoyed her music, you might like this one while someone finds an egg shaker to use for our next activities. I'll go ahead and pull up our schedule first because we are all done with me demonstrating our egg shaker activities. That is finished. So now we are going to do our break, and it'll be about 7 to 8 minutes today. So I will go ahead and share my screen for Miss Maren's song. And I will come back again and I will do the stretches.
It's time to learn the sounds and letters of the alphabet. Let's get ready, come and sing with me. A is for apple, apple. B is for ball, ball. C is for cat, cat. D is for dog, dog. elephant, elephant. F is for fish, fish. G is for gorilla, gorilla. H is for hat, hat. I is for inchworm, inchworm. J is for juice, juice. K is for kangaroo, kangaroo. L is for lion, lion. M is for monkey, monkey. N is for nose, nose. O is for octopus, octopus. P is for pig, pig. Q is for queen, queen. R is for ring, ring. S is for snake, snake. T is for turtle, turtle. U is for umbrella, umbrella. V is for van, van. W is for water, water. X is for x-ray, x-ray. Y is for yo-yo, yo-yo. Z is for zebra, zebra. We just learned the sounds and letters of the alphabet. Next time, won't you sing along and learn with me?
Can you hear it now? I'll go ahead and we'll start some of our stretches to bring us back. I'm gonna put my arms straight up as high as I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna put my arms straight out in front of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This time I'm going to put my arms as low as I can toward the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And our last one before we come back together is wrapping our arms tight around ourselves for a hug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. I'll go ahead and pull up our schedule because we are all done with our break. And we're gonna move on to Mrs. Andrea talking some more about our egg shakers and giving us some good practice.
All right. Thank you. Well, first of all, I love the ideas that Mrs. Jessica came up with. And I'm gonna kind of point out over here in my pile of things, some of the things that I found in my closet that would be nice to use for egg shakers. And that includes some popcorn. I found rice. I found some old quinoa, some old sesame seeds and chia seeds, and some elbow macaroni. And I love the idea of coins and maybe something in the medicine cabinet that's very safe for you to play with and shake, but not open, as ideas for shakers. Does anyone have anything else that they found around their house that they use for shakers that you want to share with us in the chat box if you can? If not, not a problem. And I did find some ones that my kids used to play with, some different maracas. This is an Easter egg that's filled with rice, kind of more of a rattle shaker. Oh, Jack found elbow macaroni, and that's going to make a different sound than some of these other objects over here. And then I have like my egg shakers that you would buy at a musical, like a music store. So different things here. So I'm going to show you the shakers that I made. And when I finish a product, I try to think, how could I maybe use this container? Could I repurpose it? And so the shakers that I am using, these are like little, kind of like health tablets, I think they are, that you can dissolve in water and drink. And I kept the bottom, or the actual containers. And what I did with these containers was I filled these with popcorn. So I'm going to show, if you can zoom into me, I'm going to show you the popcorn I used. And I love how we can touch it, if that feels okay to you, and then put it into our container. You could use a funnel, whatever is easiest to get that into your container. The other container I used, these are like little health drinks. And I saved the container and I put chia seed in them. And you might wonder, well, Miss Andrea, why are your containers different? So in my sparkly, in this container, I have sparkly tape, sparkly duct tape. And it's very kind of glittery. It looks like a fishing lure. And that's where I put my, I think this is quinoa. And it sounds different. In this container, I wrapped my container with carousel paper from APH, and I just learned that they came out with another. They have carousel paper, I think version, let's see, 1, carousel of textures, 1 and 2. So this is from 1, but I just heard that you can get 2 now, so I'm really excited. What I did was I wrapped it with this soft purple paper. And what I also did was wrap my other one. And on the top, I put purple stars. And what I put on the purple stars is my favorite essential oil that says peace and harmony. So why would I do that? Well, I want to play a game where if you have one container or you have something that matches, that we can match the sounds and match the bottles. So when I shake my purple bottle with popcorn, it's loud, not very heavy, but it's pretty loud because the popcorn kernel is quite big. When I shake my chia seed container or my quinoa container, it's very light, like a very light rain that's dropping. And it sounds different. But we can listen by our ears. We can also figure out the difference by touch. This one is soft. It feels soft against my cheek and it makes a different noise. This one feels really smooth against my cheek or my hand or whatever part of your body that you feel comfortable touching. But it also smells different. Ooh, this one smells like an oil. This one, I put a scratch and sniff sticker on. That smells different. So campers and your support partners, when you get a chance, if you can do 2 different types of things, whether you want to do, popcorn or rice, 2 different sounds. Like Miss Jessica talked about all the different sounds, but pick 2 different ones And then you can match up, and these are the same. These are the same sound. I'm hearing the same, they feel the same, and they smell the same. Versus these ones, they feel different, but together they match. So those sounds match together. So that's a fun activity that you can do with your shakers. Hey, any questions about that? How to do the matching sound game or matching touch game, or what smells the same? So we have so many senses that we can use to access our shakers. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is get your shakers ready and get them warmed up. And you are welcome to do this by yourself with your support partner, and pick an area of your body that you are okay with using or shaking. You can move it with your head. You can just touch your eggs, whatever you'd like to do, or your shaker, excuse me. So I do not have a great voice, but we are going to do some different things with our shakers using our hands or any other part of your body. But I am going to talk a little bit later about how to move these shakers around using our bodies in different ways. So first, we're going to shake my shakers. I'm going to sing the song, and then when we stop, we're going to try really hard to freeze and to stop. And sometimes that's hard because we just want to keep shaking our fun shakers, but we're going to try to stop. Okay, here we go. Okay, shake my shakers, shake, shake, shake my shakers, shake, shake, shake my shakers, and now let's stop. Hey, did everyone stop? Was everyone able to stop? If you weren't, that is okay. Now we're going to tap our shakers together. And if you only have one shaker, that is okay. If you have another empty container nearby, or you can tap it on a desk, you can tap it on a part of your body, whatever works. So we're going to tap our shakers. Tap, tap, tap your shakers, tap, tap, tap your shakers, tap, tap, tap your shakers, and now let's stop. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is roll our shakers. We're going to roll them. Now you can use hand under hand and do a rolling with your hand. You may put your shaker on a flat surface and maybe roll it that way. It doesn't have to roll very far. Okay, you can use another object to touch it and try to roll it a little bit. Whatever works for you. We're going to roll our shakers. Roll, roll, roll our shakers, roll, roll, roll our shakers, roll, roll, roll our shakers, and now let's stop. Okay, the next one we're going to do is swipe it. Swiping is where you take something and maybe you don't want to touch it, so you swipe it, okay? So I'm gonna hold this like this. Let's say this is a surface. We're gonna swipe our shakers. Here we go. Swipe, swipe, swipe our shakers, swipe, swipe, swipe our shakers, swipe, swipe, swipe our shakers, and now let's stop. Now, if any of that did not, if you were like, I'm not liking this, I don't really enjoy this, maybe just touching your shakers. So here's our shaker of whatever that looks like. I'm going to use this one for my homemade one. Maybe it's just touching our shakers. Touch, touch, touch our shakers, touch, touch, touch our shakers, touch, touch, touch our shakers, and now let's stop. Were any of those movements did anyone enjoy some of those movements or like them? What one of those movements did you campers enjoy? Did you smile at? Maybe you laughed? Maybe you wanted more? I hope that one of those movements, tapping, rolling, swiping, touching, whatever it may be, was enjoyable for you. And you can repeat that activity if you did like it. Okay, we're finished with that egg shaker activity, but we're going to do another one. So whatever bottle you have to shake in, whatever object, we're going to do kind of like an orientation and mobility, but different body parts. If you feel comfortable with this, campers, and your support partner feels this is something you would enjoy, you're going to hide this. Support partner is going to hide this egg shaker somewhere around your body. So for instance, I'm going to use my teddy bear. I brought this teddy bear because I can't really show my whole body. My great grandma knit this for me. So let's say this is the camper. You might hide that egg under a leg. And then we're going to ask the question, where is my shaker? Where's my shaker? Can you feel where that is? And then you or support partner can find it. Found it, I found my shaker. It was underneath my left leg. If you feel comfortable with this, let's say this is your shirt. Maybe you can tuck that egg shaker or shaker a little bit underneath your shirt and say, where is my shaker? Where'd it go? And then partner can help lift that shirt up. Oh, found it, I found my shaker. It was under my shirt. So different body parts hiding that shaker and finding it. You could do your right leg. Where is my shaker? I found it, it's under my right leg. It can be underneath your arm. It could be on your shoulder. If you're laying down, it could be on your tummy. Lots of places to talk about where the shaker is on our body. Okay, so that's our hiding the shaker and finding it game. I'm going to give you campers a moment to do with your support partner to hide it, if camper's okay with this, under a certain body part, and see if they enjoy it being hidden and finding it. And you don't have to write in the chat box, but if your camper really enjoyed it, campers, if you like that game, let your caregiver know, your support partner, and then they can keep doing that game over and over again. Sometimes we just want to play the same game over and over again, and that is so much fun. So let them know that you enjoyed that. The next thing we're going to do is another song that I'm sure most of you guys have heard of, called Head, Shoulders, Knees and Toes. Knees and toes. So we're going to sing that song, and if Maren and Jessica want to sing along, you are welcome to. The first time we do it, we're going to sing it at a normal pace. The second time we sing it, it will be slower. And then the third time we sing it, we'll sing it fast. And then you tell us what one you liked, normal, slow, or fast. So if you feel comfortable with this, your support partner can help, or support partner can do it on themselves, where they go head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes and ears, mouth and nose, head, shoulders, knees and toes. All right, here we go. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears, mouth and nose, head, shoulders, knees and toes. Let's do it slow. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes and ears, mouth and nose, head, shoulders, knees and toes. Are we ready for fast? Okay, let's go for it. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose, head, shoulders, knees and toes, Good job, everybody. All right. Did you guys like that one? I hope campers that you enjoyed that. That was fun. And did you like the normal speed? Did you like the slow speed or the super duper fast speed? You decide. All of them are great. Okay, the next thing I want campers to think about is think about your body. We all have a part of our body that just might work better, that moves better. Like I told you yesterday, I'm left-handed, so I can eat with my left hand. I cannot eat with my right hand because I'm not right-handed. So my left side is stronger. So what part of your body, oh, and Christopher, I love it. He liked the fast speed. That is great. What part of your body is better at movement? What's the best part of your body that you move and interact with your world? Sometimes, and I'm using my little teddy bear, it's our cheek. So this teddy bear, or you guys, I'm just using this as kind of a human, might enjoy moving things, your shaker, with their head. Some might be really good with maybe their left, and Jack is really good with using his head. That is awesome, Jack. I love it. I work with a lot of kids and they are so good at accessing buttons and switches and all sorts of fun things with their head. So that is awesome. You can use your head. Some kids and campers are better at maybe using their left arm at moving things. Some, it might be their right arm. I've worked with lots of kids and they are so awesome at using their feet. They can use their foot to do stuff, which is great, or their right foot. I work with some kids and they love this. If you are on your back, they love the game where there's a shaker or an object on their stomach, and then they move their body and the shaker drops to the floor. And they always want more of that. And this is only if you enjoy this. Okay, you put that object here and they will move and that shaker falls. Maybe you enjoy the shaker next to your left hand and you can move that object. Maybe it's your head and you can move that object. So let's take a moment, and campers, I'd like you to kind of explore with your support partner, what part of your body do you enjoy moving things with and interacting? Sometimes it's putting it at the very bottom, the very base. It could be your tummy, it could be your head. Maybe if you like this on your head, like this, you'd say, oh, and I'll let it roll off. You have it here, and then you drop your head and it rolls, and you really enjoy the sound that that object makes as it is rolling off the top of your head. So go and take a moment and play around with that, where you might enjoy interacting with objects. Did everybody find a part of their body that they really enjoy moving things with? It could be a shoulder. I just thought of that. It could be our shoulder. We're really good at moving that shoulder. So maybe that object might be fun to put there and you're able to move it forward. So if you can put it in the chat box, wonderful. If not, that's okay too. So just to be aware of what part of our body is super duper awesome. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is I wanna talk to you guys about something that you can do a little bit later in about 1 month. And I'm gonna talk to you guys about something called gourds. Has anyone seen or felt or smelled or touched a gourd? They are so cool. I did not plant these. I love to garden. I did not get a chance to plant these in the spring. So it's too late for me to plant gourds now, but I'm going to describe the seed. I have a couple different seed packets, which actually, seed packets are a good shaker too, and they're very lightweight. There's another idea for shakers. This one is called a swan gourd, and it is gorgeous. A gourd is actually it's a plant, and they think it might have been the earliest plant that humans started like gardening and farming with. So it's very, very old. This particular swan gourd looks just like that, like a swan. It has a big body, and the neck of the gourd is very long, very long. And the seed for the swan gourd is kind of interesting. It's actually very long itself. Kind of looks like a very large oh, what are those called? The seeds that you chew and you spit out the shell. I can't think of the name of them, but it kind of reminds, what is it?
Sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seed. Yes, thank you. It kind of reminds me of a very big sunflower seed. And then these ornamental gourds, they are so beautiful. Some look like they were dipped in green paint and the top is orange. Some are white. Some are bumpy and have like these really big warty bumps on them. So in about 1 month, I tried to look for gourds where I live, but everybody said we do not have any, but come back in 1 month and the gourds will be here. They're usually come and are harvested around in the fall. The cool thing about gourds is people have used gourds for all sorts of things. They have used them as bowls and vessels and to drink from. They've actually used the handle or the neck to drink from. And they've also been used as musical instruments. So I didn't have a gourd, but I did have this huge zucchini that my garden grew that I didn't get in time. And it's not a gourd, but it looks somewhat kind of similar. So there's a neck and there's this big bottom area. So people use gourds for all sorts of things. Does anyone, let's pretend my zucchini is a gourd. What sort of musical instruments could you make out of this that we've worked on this week? The cool thing about a gourd is it can be all 3 instruments that we've worked on this week. So if this is my gourd that you guys can maybe look for in the fall, or maybe you have one growing in your garden, you can let it dry. And there's a website here on how to make a maraca or a shaker with your gourd. But when it's dried inside, you can use it as a drum. And you can hit that gourd. Something that kind of, this is from Halloween, but this is kind of a dried gourd. You can kind of hear it inside. So I could tap it, drum it. With the help of somebody, you can cut a hole in it, scoop out the inside, and then just like we made our homemade guitars, let's say there's a hole there, you can put your rubber bands around it and strum it like a guitar. The other thing you can do with your gourd, if you get that in the fall, is cut off a small hole in the bottom, let it dry, scoop out the inside, and this website will have some ideas on how to do this. Put popcorn or rice or seeds, whatever you want, and then reattach the bottom and it becomes a shaker. So how cool that the gourd can become all 3 of those instruments. And people have used gourds as instruments for a long, long time. So they were always trying to figure out how to make music and beats and all of that fun stuff. Okay. The next thing, oh, the other thing you could also is find a craft book on gourds and then find out lots of ways to use those. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna listen to a couple different shaking sounds, some shakers. So I'm gonna have my helper pull up the first music that we're gonna listen to of shakers. And it's an African drum shaker. We'll go and listen to that. Tell me if you guys like this. Did you guys like that one? It was fast. Did you feel like shaking and moving your body or your shakers to that? I did. I loved kind of moving to that beat. That was wonderful. All right, the next one we're going to do is another sound of a shaker. It's going to sound a little bit different. So let's listen to this one and let me know if you like it or you maybe don't like it. Okay. Great. Did you guys like that one? That kind of sounded like a train, like a choo-choo train. Had a very fun pattern. I like that one a lot. Okay, let's listen to another one. I love it. Okay, how about that one? And Miss Jess had a great idea. She actually put her shaker with a rubber band on her glasses and was able to move her head and move the shaker that way. That is brilliant. I love it. Okay, can we listen to the Latin type shaker loops? So Latin America ones. Great. That one sounded a little bit different. I could hear a couple different instruments in that one. I hope the campers like that one. And Evelyn said that's her favorite. Wonderful. And Jack loved that one as well. Yay! And we can get these links to you as well. And so you can play these on a loop and listen and make music a little bit later today. The last one we're going to do is, I don't want to say the name yet, but I want you to tell me if you think it sounds like an animal, maybe, well, hopefully maybe you've only heard at the zoo. Okay, not out maybe by your doorstep. Okay, here we go. Okay. Did anyone think that that sounded like a snake or a rattlesnake? I live in a state where there are rattlesnakes, and I would not want to hear that sound outside on my hike, because rattlesnakes can be very dangerous, but their tail has a little rattle like our maracas, and that's warning people like, hey, I would stay away from me. But isn't that cool that animals even they can make their own music in their tail? That's kind of cool. So if you guys have a zoo to go to, you might see if there's a rattlesnake, or if you like that rattlesnake noise, you can play it inside where you're safe. Okay, the last thing I want to mention real quick and show you guys is my app. And for each of the days, we've had a different app that we can access if you enjoyed this particular musical instrument. So this one is called Shakers. And I'm going to pull it up here and show you guys. Okay, so Shakers, and I will type this in the chat box by, let's see, Rakowski Labs. But this is so cool. It has all of these different instruments that you can choose from. I hope you guys might be able to see that. But you can do maracas, castanets, eggs, the huro, cowbell, my favorite, the bell, the tambourine, the wood blocks, or the claves. So let me just show you real quick. You can type cowbell, and it has a sensitivity button that you can hit. And then I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this, but campers, you can touch this bell at different places and it makes different sounds, and you can feel the haptic feedback. So you can go to make it louder. You can do all sorts of fun things, and then you can change your instruments that you want. You can go do, let's see, castanets. So I wanted to share that app with you as well if you enjoyed the shaker session that we had today. All right, so we are finished with all of that. And thank you for being such great campers. I really love this.
Perfect. I'll go ahead and share our schedule on screen. And the next thing that we're going to do is listen and have Miss Maren on to do her last song of camp. So let's do that. We're going to do the same thing that we've done every day this week, where we listen to it once and then we definitely follow her directions on the second round. If you want to do it the first time, go for it. That is up to you. So let's get that going.
It's time.
Ooh.
Time for something great. It's time for a shake. We'll shake fast and we'll shake slow. We'll shake high and we'll shake low. I touch the sky. We're gonna shake, shake, shake for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna shake, shake, shake down low, low as you can. Try to touch your toes. We're gonna shake, shake, shake for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're gonna tap it on your shoulder. Tap, tap, tap it on your shoulder. Now you're gonna tap it on your knee. Tap, tap, tap it on your knee, please. Now let's go from the top, but faster. It's time for something great. It's time for us to shake. We'll shake fast and we'll shake slow. We'll shake high and we'll shake low. I hope you're ready, 'cause here we go. We're gonna shake, shake, shake up high, high as you can. Try to touch the sky. We're gonna shake, shake, shake for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna shake, shake, shake down low, low as you can. Try to touch your toes. We're gonna shake, shake, shake for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're gonna shake it to the right. Shake it to the right, right, right. Now you're gonna shake it to the left. Shake, shake, shake it to the left, left, left. That was really great. You sure know how to shake. You should get high, you should get low. You should get fast, you should get slow. You should be proud, you really are a pro.
Awesome. So we've listened to it. We know that Miss Maren is going to give us instructions. So let's go ahead and we'll listen to it one more time, and then we will do our final stretches and be done for today. All right, Maren.
It's time for something great. It's time for us to shake. We'll shake fast and we'll shake slow. We'll shake high and we'll shake low. I hope you're ready, 'cause here we go. We're gonna shake, shake, shake up high, high as you can. Try to touch the sky. We're gonna shake, shake, shake for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna shake, shake, shake down low, low as you can. Try to touch your toes. We're gonna shake, shake, shake for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're gonna tap it on your shoulder. Tap, tap, tap it on your shoulder. Now you're gonna tap it on your knee. Tap, tap, tap it on your knee, please. Now let's go from the top, but faster. It's time for something great. It's time for us to shake. We'll shake fast and we'll shake slow. We'll shake high and we'll shake low. I hope you're ready, 'cause here we go. We're gonna shake, shake, shake up high, high as you can. Try to touch the sky. We're gonna shake, shake, shake for is really great. You sure know how to shake. You should get high, you should get low. You should get fast, you should get slow. You should be proud, you really are a pro.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Maren. I really appreciate everything that you've done this week. I'll go ahead and share our schedule because we are all done listening to our music. So we're gonna go ahead and do our final stretches. So if we have our rubber bands, we know that that means we're gonna do our last stretches. And I'm going to start by putting my arms straight out in front of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, our arms straight above us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And our last stretch, wrapping our arms around ourselves. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. I am so proud of you today. You were here with us. You did some new things probably, and new things can be scary, but we can also learn new things and participate in new things. So I'm really proud of that. Thank you for being here and present and paying attention, and for being with us for these last 6 sessions of camp. It's been a wonderful experience. Thank you.
I have to say, I have loved this camp, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have and we have together. So thank you for joining us. It's been a real pleasure.
And also, again, thank you so much, Maren, for doing the music this week.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're going to say goodbye and hope as our year continues in the 2021 school year, we will see you all back for our academy, our virtual Excel Academy. Thank you all so much.
Bye-bye.